Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And before we get into the game and work our way towards uh, towards defeating that griffin that we've been working, slowly circling around that quest, I do want to point out we are on version 1.03. So that was basically a day 2 patch. Day 1 or day -1 was 1.02 for me. And then I want to point something else out here. When you click language, this makes no sense to anybody here. Text is Arabic, then Portuguese, then Czech, then German, then English, then Spanish Latin America, then French, then Hungarian, then Italian, then Polish, then Russian, then Chinese. That's not alphabetic. That doesn't make any sense either. Is Russian really close to Chinese? Is Polish close to Chinese? Is Polish more close than Italian? Hungarian? French? None of this makes any sense at all. Why is this not in alphabetic? Why is English closer to Arabic than Chinese? It really makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. It's just not. Why not alphabetical or something? But that really has nothing to do with anything. With the 1.03, there are some more new features. So I just went back and put it back into high mode and on post-processing, and ultra mode on this. For some reason it's in a borderless window, but that's working for my recording software and everything. That was the default. I'm just gonna leave it that way instead of full screen. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna change things. So
tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years.
I think this is the
but
same
now she
intro
was
we've
just a
seen
few steps
before.
ahead.
I imagine what it's gonna do is eventually add a second scene to this. I would hope. But I don't know for sure. So we gave the swallow to this. Who is this person? Lana. And we're hoping nothing bad happens from that. We are super overburdened. We have done pretty much all of the quests, except for this one, which is the one I guess we will go to now. And then we'll probably come down to, let's see, I think we need to go to the center to talk to the market man and all that. We could never find this location. See, location or artifact that has not yet been discovered. That's fine. I also got great news. Turns out, from what I've heard, I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, this area is just completely tiny compared to the rest of this game, which is great news. Any fear that I had that this game was going to be a small section, it was going to be too like walled off, and it wasn't going to have that open world feel of Skyrim, really gets alleviated when I hear here that the next area we get into is going to be 15 times the size of this area, is their estimation, and then all the other areas are about the same size as that. So that's
Let's
huge.
go. Faster.
Do I want to fight this guy on horse? Off the horse. And overburden. My sword is damaged. I'm down to half my health. I haven't played in a little bit. Just because I was busy, not for a second because I didn't want to play. One thing as a YouTuber that kinda sucks is there's always gonna be somebody that got early access. Unless I am the person with the early access. In which case, then it's kinda awesome for me. So, oh man, really? Really? Ridiculousness. Standing in the freaking fumes caused me to die. And so we have to run back there and fight again. Save early, save often, and be aware if you're standing in toxic fumes. It will be a big problem if I have to fight the griffin in the swamp area. That would be a big problem. But anyways, to get back to what I was talking about, it pretty much always sucks that there's somebody is going to beat you to it. And that's certainly true here. There's people that have probably
What now?
put a significant amount of time, videos up already on which is way further than I have because I had early access. Or they just marathoned it. That certainly happened with the Binding of Isaac, too. The Binding of Isaac was actually the very first series I did. People marathoned it like in 2 days and unlocked everything. But it's something you just have to kind of live with. It's something you just have to deal with and say, yes, I'm never going to be the person that is the most first person to get to put an entire game out on YouTube. Which does significantly affect your views, because there are a lot of people who get on YouTube as soon as the game's out want to see the ending, they want to see everything, and
Giddy up.
they just don't want to particularly enjoy the how would you say? They just don't want to enjoy the journey. They just want to get to the end. They just want to rush. And I do have to kind of play to that, but I will not ruin the experience of a game for myself by rushing on this. I mean, this is... The Witcher 3 is a great game so far. I want to enjoy and have fun with it for as long as possible. Which means I'm not gonna...
Help me! Come on, Encazer! Slower.
Let's see. What is that? Wolf. And more wolves. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want that. There's wolves all over this area.
Hey-ya!
Here we go. Work our way through the fields. I've still not quite figured out how do you
Faster.
get the horse to jump. Apparently you can't. So you have to get over,
We'll eat myrtle grass during the
jump
hungry
over the
gap.
fence, and
They've
then
taken all our grain.
then I guess you could call your horse back and deal with all of that.
Like crickets.
Now is the time we have done everything I think we can do. It's time to repair our sword. Build some new armor. Let's see. What can you
A
build
return
for us?
customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
I need you to craft something.
I'd like you to forge something for me.
We don't have the components for this 32 armor thing. We also don't have the we do have the components for this. It would be 30 armor plus 9 resistance and all of this. So while this is a lot lighter, let's see. I can craft some ingots, and they have a weight of 0. So I assume the dust that's used to craft them also has a weight of 0. Leather cured using ribbon method. It's a diagram. Ew. So these are the craftsman's level at too low. So he couldn't even do this if we wanted him to. This one we're missing components. This is an iron ingot, he could do that. Leather cured using this method. Different styles. Interesting. I do not understand all of this now. I really don't. I don't know what I'm supposed to be making. We have some junk we can make. We can make a haft. Let's, before we get too far. You can remove upgrades and runestones from your items here. Bear in mind, however, the upgrades and the runestones will be destroyed. The upgrades and runestones will be destroyed upon removal. Okay. So I don't think it would be worth it. don't think it's worth it to destroy that. I think it would be better to sell it as is. Let's see. I'm trying to dismantle junk that has a low value. Like this candelabra might get me an iron ingot. Or will get me an iron ingot. Well, so that makes sense. For 1 crown. This is worth 130. This one's worth 80. This one's worth 5. And it would give me timber. Working on this. This is worth 5. It would cost me 5 to get timber. I don't know if I really need timber. This is worth 140, but if that's what I'm looking at the prices. I hope I'm looking at these prices right. 14 for leather scraps. Glass for 2, I think I'll take that. I'm spending my money and not gaining it. Ashes. Sure. Timber would get me ashes, but I don't want to get more ashes. That's 80. This is 14 for leather strips and thread. I think that's probably worth it. Trying to figure out what is the right things to keep and what are the right things to get rid of is becoming difficult. Like, is this fishing rod worth dismantling? Is this ladder worth dismantling? Or is this stuff that should be sold? Really, when we get back here, we're looking for a thread and a linen. So let's make sure we get that. And we'll keep everything else. So this string would go for 8, but I need some thread, so I think I'll just do 1. And then linen, I need something that turns into linen, which this will turn into linen. It's 32. Silk. So we'll just do 1 of the silk there too. And that should put us in good position to craft the Sidarian armor. Craft. Now, let's see. Compared to what I'm wearing now, it's actually not as effective. Wow. Interesting. So that was all kind of a waste. I crafted that. Let's see if it is gonna be of any help. Is making this worth it? Let's do it once, why not? Is this worth it? We'll do it once. And I guess we can make steel plate from that. And then looks like we can make thread from, we could have just made some thread. Steel style ingot, to make that. I don't know if we're actually improving the value, if we're disprove wasting money? I have no idea. It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. We are at the armor, but I can't even see from this menu. So again, we cannot hit B to get out of the conversation. If they were gonna patch something in, that would be what I'd ask for. But the rest of the world has spoken, and they want it to run smoother on their weak, soft equipment, which I certainly don't have that problem. So this is 29 to 35 with the armor piercing. This is less. This is less. This is less. Have I looked at all these things and given them a good look? Let's... Or did I just quickly scan over everything? Doesn't look like you can sort either. So this is less armor. This is less armor. This is way less armor. And that's way less armor. That's way less boots. That's way less. That's way less. That's way less. And that's less. That's less. So I think we're ready to, let's see, letters. We've got tons of usable items for alchemy and crafting, quest items, and then junk items, which I think we're gonna start selling some of that. What can I craft? I cannot craft anything. Saltpeter, calcium elk-cord. Let's just go down to the bottom here. If I wanted to make this, I would need some fruit, which I can't. I don't think I can get by breaking down the components. It's looking like all the alchemy stuff is plant stuff, where all the maybe I could get saltpeter out of breaking down something and create some more bombs. It would be probably helpful to have grape shot and dancing star built, but it seems alcohols and plants are the only things that are used in alchemy. It makes sense, but it is really strange too, in a lot of ways. I have 3 points available. I'm gonna just save them. I'm not gonna mess with this. We've apparently seen a new kind of necrophage with the water hags. I think I saw that in the area, and then we've got all kinds of tutorials. So,
A return customer.
let's talk to
Welcome.
him again
What can I do for you this time?
and start selling some
Show
stuff.
me what you got.
We know that let's buy before we sell. Armor repair tool, lead, diagrams. Diagrams, I think, are the things that need to be made. If I can get the diagrams, I'm betting that's what works. There's all kinds of dust here. Steel ingots, silver, cotton, thread, wire, all of that. I could get all of these cheaper, I bet. Yeah, you can get them a lot cheaper by breaking things down. So dismantling cheap items. And we want the saddlebag. And let's see. We want this saddle for the horse. So let's start selling this. Sell, 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 and sell, 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 sell. The merchant does not have enough coin to buy this item. How much coin does the merchant have? For 56. Well, let's see. The biggest number we have is 7. Sell this. Oh, he only has 24 coin left. So we've got to find some other things we're willing to sell. And then we're gonna have to go to a different merchant and sell some other things. Certainly don't have enough coin to sell that, and he won't buy much of this other stuff. Let's see. Well, we've sold a lot of things. Let's buy some things now. Let's give him some money back, and this should work. Yeah. This is a little bit of moving backwards and forwards with the money. So we've gotten all those diagrams, which gives him some money so we can start selling all this. And once that's all done, we're at about 200. And the only other thing he'd do is give me the 125 for this magic item, which is junk. But let's see. What does this dismantle to? Silver and amber for 45. Gold. Or sell it. I have to sell that, don't I? That gets me a nice big amount. Now I have all kinds of crafting items that I might want to do. Like these boots. I think these hunting boots would give me 8 armor. What do I have now? That's the question. This one is 42 armor. Oh yeah. This one's 38 armor. So I've got some things I can make now. Make ingots. So I can make thread. I could make a haft with some wood for the price of 3. And then hunter's trousers for 8. I definitely want to make this 42 armor. It would be positive on everything. according to the comparisons. So what I need is 4 silk and 1 leather scraps and a leather strip and 2 cured leather. And I think we can do this. Let's see, this is the repair screen. We might as well go ahead and spend the money and repair that. Durability is at 50%, let's just repair that too. And then I'm not sure about repairing any of those things yet. This will get me leather scraps, but it goes for 140. Let's see if I can get something. This only goes for 16, by all means. This will get me leather strips, it goes for 8, by all means. We want cured leather. This one is 34. We need cured leather and silk. This one's 24. That doesn't get me cured leather. So, leather scraps for 48. 160. We may need to make some. Is that what I want? Linen? Or silk? Well, this is silk, so I think I want linen. Oh. Is that my only choice? Wolf's liver. Is raw meat better than wolf's liver? I don't think it is. I think we're paying money to make things worse. In a lot of ways. Let's see. We want leather scraps and linen. Can we make leather scraps or linen before we go? We would need 1 more thread. We could do that though. And then we're missing cotton. Hunter's gauntlets for 4, which wants leather scraps. We're gonna need some leather scraps, in other words. Dismantle. I saw one here for that's cured leather and oil. This is leather scraps. This is hardened leather and fur. 130 timber. Leather scraps for 48. Hardened cured leather. Cured leather. If I have cured leather, does that turn into leather scraps? Is the question. Let's find the cheapest one that will give us cured leather. This one. Now, yep, cured leather gives us leather scraps. And we need something that will give us cotton. This would give us hardened wood and rope. Fiber for this twine. No, I want to keep the twine. String here will give me thread. Let's do one. Oh, and this'll do linen. Let's see. Should be close now. Leather scraps, we still need 2 of those for these boots. These magic boots, and then the other thing we need is 3 more linen and cured leather. Can I buy things from him? Let's see. Yeah, let's just buy it. 1, 2, 3. And then cured leather. Still need some more cured leather. Oh, wow.
So long.
So we did a lot there. We are no longer overburdened. Unfortunately, I need to go over here. I probably should have done all my business at this market. Now that I'm thinking about it. That was a long time. I have to admit. A long time just sitting in front of a merchant screen trying to figure out their best deal.
Let me have a look at your stock.
That weapon repair kit would probably be helpful to have. None of these weapons would be any improvement. Dwarven spirits and alcohol would probably be worth having. But none of that. Alright. So this goes for 24. This goes for 25. This shopkeeper only has 49. Really? White wolf hide. He doesn't want to buy. How much would he give me for the leathers? $1, I suppose. Having a couple of these would probably be helpful. Let's see, let's buy one. Just because. And then start selling horsehide. This is only worth 1. I could have sworn the value that was being placed on these things was a lot higher. This does not bode well. Well, let's see, what should we sell? That, and then that, and then I'll go ahead and sell 2 of these because we're not really using that right now, and 1 of these, and it doesn't look like we need probably all that. There, and that takes him for everything he's got. He's got nothing else he can really. I could buy a bunch of string. Probably would be helpful. And then try and sell some more stuff. Let's see. Venom extract. Let's go ahead and sell 5 of this. We got a whole bunch of plants here, so we'll sell a bunch of these. Getting this to about the middle. We have 3 dwarven spirits, so I guess we could meditate 3 times. Bear fat, all of that. How much would one of these go for? 29? That if I bought one thing that was worth one thing from him. Do I really want to sell the ruins though? I don't think I do. We'll just sell one of these and leave him with his 3 coins. This is a very strange system we have here. This is a poor country that does not have the money that I need, apparently, to at least foolishly go about my business. Maybe there was almost certainly a better way to go to do this.
A return customer. Welcome.
I'd like you to forge something for me.
We need to save 25. Let's see. I need to get 2 scraps and probably make some money. Let's see, leather scraps here. Is horsehide, so yeah. Take those 2 horsehides, and now we should be somewhere. Come on, dismantle the leather scraps into leather strips. Nope, that's no good. So if something gets dismantled into leather scraps, it's not what we want. We want leather scrap. What? Doesn't make sense. We're looking for something else. Cure the leather. And I think I saw that as a process. This was the boots. We're all ready to make these, so let's go ahead and make those. And then that's nice. We kind of just need to go out of the menu.
So long.
Go into the other menu. This is a mess. And we can compare. These boots are better. Equip. So I can now sell those boots. I don't have a bow yet. I just assume we'll maybe we'll get that in the Griffith.
A return customer. Welcome.
I'm glad it has a skip. But,
Like you to forge something.
but the way the skip works is just crazy. Alright. So we are back to, we need 1 leather scrap, we need 1 linen, we need 2 of those. So let's buy a linen. We can't. We'll sell the boots. Alright. Buy linen. And cured here are 63 each. What are we in? We're not. What menu are we in? Remove upgrade? Or dismantle? If I take this, it will give me silk, but it would cost 20. A note. Universe letter gets turned into a note. Interesting. Ruined paper gets turned into a note. Bear hide. This is probably worth it. But it cost 1 to do it. Let's see. Leather scraps. What do we now need? We need to make 2 string, and what can we do to make that? Let's see. So now we've got the 2 string, now we just need cured leather. And how do we craft cured leather? We would need 4 of those leather scraps to make cured leather, which doesn't make any sense. So instead, let's try and sell some things. He's got all kinds of stuff. Sell it for 90. And then 1 is all I can afford. I need 1 more. That's all we need. So we need to sell something. We could sell half of these. 3 of these, why not? Nope. I didn't mean to take that, but you know what? We'll just do it. Let's see. We'll sell 3 of these. He's getting rich off me. He's absolutely getting rich off me. So that's 1 more of those. He's got all the money in the village right now. We have everything, we just need 42 gold. Oh no, wait, we're missing a silk. How much does a silk cost? 63. I dismantle anything for his silk? Well, that would have cost 5 for cured leather. And that would have cost 7 for cured leather. I wasted my money. I'm playing poorly. And this entire episode is feeling like it's just going to be me like selling stuff. This is ridiculous. Some of this stuff is big time stuff. It's 24.54 for the dust. I think I gotta sell some of these. Master item, master item, master item. But I think I gotta sell it. So we're selling all our metals. We'll keep the silver. Here's a ruby. We'll sell that. Alright. We are ready to make this. Finally. This is the one we want. 42. And before we get anywhere else, let's equip this.
So long.
Equip this, compare it. It is way better, and it can be infused later on.
A return customer. Well.
Show me what you got.
So we can sell this for 34. That helps a little bit. In the crafting, we got the boots. We got this done. The only thing I think I want to go ahead and craft these. And make the ingots. I could make some thread. Make some string. I think we can get it down to, let's say 9. And then probably make some string with it. These gauntlets would be nice. Do I have enough money for it? I think we might be able to. These pants, however, don't look nice. And everything else would be negative. Look at the cost on these things. I sold them for nothing. Wow, I got ripped off big time. This guy is ripping me off. You may very quickly live to regret that, and then very shortly after that, not live to regret that. We did want this. And we do want, let's see, how much more do we need for this? 190, 90 even. For these gauntlets I would need, I was gonna dismantle things is what I was gonna do. Fur scraps into leather strips. See, hardened leather gets turned into cured leather and oil, and then this gets turned into leather scraps. I think that all works itself out quite nicely. I'm gonna keep some hardened leather just in case. So what am I missing now? It's just a thread. Let's see. That's all I'm missing. We'll get that. We have been shopping for what feels like forever. Let's see. We're getting ripped off completely. And we would want to be able to sell things like hardened leather here is worth more than an iron ingot. That doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Leather scraps, same as an iron ingot. Is this land just made out of iron? Sap wire. How much is the sap worth? 1. Oil. 1. 2. 2. 9 for the dark iron ore. And 2 for the silver. Hardened timber. 15 for the hardened leather. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So I'm not gonna be able to get that last thing I wanted, which was the saddle bag. That is a shame. Let's see, equip. The saddle is equipped. Don't tell me I already had a saddle. I already had a saddle. Darn it. They're exactly the same. So I didn't need to buy the saddle at all.
A return customer. Well,
why is the saddle even for sale?
Show me what you got.
I guess just to sucker people like me. Sell that for 20. Sell that for 22. And the thing we wanted was this. for 186 the saddlebags. 30 extra weight. But we're not gonna get it.
So long.
This has been a really weird episode.
It's raining, it's pouring, and Broner's roaring. He bumped his head when he went to bed.
So we
and
could
went
do
until
one
the
thing.
morning.
And
Did you say
try and take on the Griffin at the end of this episode. Or we could stop now and just have an episode of only shopping. There's literally nothing. There's...
Who taught you that?
I don't know how to do it.
Chitty!
Listen careful. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not to play.
There's really gonna be a Griffith.
Chitty's my best mate.
Oh, you can go into people's houses. We could loot and steal.
What do you
I
mean?
remember that.
I know what their names
I remember this game had something in it. So, I don't think it would be fair to my audience to continue to Griffith on this episode, because I imagine a good chunk of people are going to skip this episode after a while. So let's just play a game of Gwent. Why not?
Ah, you return. Shall I deal?
Let's play this game of yours.
Let's see. I really don't understand how this game works. Let's see. Decoy. What does the decoy card do? Swap a card that's battlefield to return it to your hand. A 1. A 2. This guy here is better than that guy there. So, move that card and put that there. Let's see. Double the strength of both cards. Interesting. Placing cards next to each other doubles the strength. So take that guy off, put that guy on. Wait. Where'd that guy go? Add that card. Then a 5 close by. This is a 5 close by. This is that. This doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm missing cards. Cards that I could have sworn I just put in the deck. Anyways, let's start this game. Since we really haven't played any of this. Let's see. Redraw. which ones do I want to redraw? I want these two. Oh, it probably stacks them, and that's why I didn't see it. Trebuchets. Let's see. 5, 4, 1, and this. I don't need this, and I don't think I need this one. Wow, how did I end up with 3 of the same card? Let's see. So I just have to place this 3 times. When I place this again, it will double it to 16. So he plays quite a lot for that. When I place this again, it should double again to 36. So, pretty good strategy here. If we can just zoom in on, not those cards. Wanted to zoom in on these. So we have the Blue Stripes Commando, plays next to a card of the same name and double the strength. So by default, I believe he was a 4. The 4 got doubled to a 8, and then the 8 got doubled to a 16. No, that doesn't make any sense. Was he? I thought he was a 4. So why is he 12 now? If these two get doubled, they're 8. And if this one doubles this one, it should be 16. Somehow I think the math of the game is off. Either that or the math in my head's off. Doesn't matter. With those 3 cards, I've won this by very far, so I can just pass. Hold one and pass. And I win the first round. Now I have a pretty significant progress I can make here. Let's go ahead and put the 6 here. And he's gonna play the fog to, I believe, turn that to a 1. So I'll put a 6 here. He's gonna play Tremendous Rain to turn that, I believe, down to a 1. And so the close one range one here. Ranged combats. Which one was ranged? Sets the strength of all ranged combat cards to 1 for both players. Clear weather. Removes all cards fog from rain effects. Alright. So that's gonna just win the game for me right now. I can just go ahead and play all these cards. Still ahead. 2. Tight breed. Plays a card next to the same. Okay. That's cool. I don't know what triggered that. We need to look. medic. Choose one card from the discard pile and play it instantly. No heroes or special cards. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know I had a medic in my deck. So I am so far ahead, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make this ridiculous. So I'm just gonna play this for no real reason. Just gonna play this. And so it's 14-9. He's passed. I don't have any reason not to pass because I just win, but let's go ahead and play this. 37-17. Then we pass. That's nice. Nice game of Gwent.
An interesting round. If you desire a rematch, let me know.
So this first guy must be terrible at this game, because he's not seemingly playing very well. But let's wrap up this episode with
Something else you'll be needing.
let's see what they have to sell.
Got anything interesting under the counter?
Depends what you're after. Have a look.
I could sell meat and alcohol to her. She does seem to have a pretty... She'll buy the rope ladder for 17. That's probably a decent thought. She'll buy glass. I'll sell her the rope ladder and the glass. She'll give me 10 for a fire fist tech and 1 for ashes. How much is this? It's a decoy card. I'll buy that from Gwent. And then food. Food is the interesting thought. 5 seconds of effect. Cow's milk is 30 seconds of effect. I think I'd probably want cow's milk. 10 seconds for bread and baked apples and let's 5 seconds for bread and cheese and chicken. So how much effect does the raw meat have? 10 seconds for wolf's liver, 5 seconds for raw meat. Apple juice is 20 seconds. Interesting. So she won't sell. She does have some money, but unless I was going to sell food to her.
Nilfgaardian rule to your liking?
What's there to like? 'Tis the same as any other. They tax us, requisition this or that. But they do keep the peace in the village, I'll grant them that.
You don't mourn Temeria's passing?
I mourned it round half a year back, when King Foltest was cut down. Now I just want peace.
Farewell.
Oops. What was I doing standing back behind the counter? Never go behind the counter. Let's see. Looks like I can actually talk to these peasants. Can't talk to that one at all. This is the one I convinced later. And I can talk to this one. See what this dialogue says. Nothing, just yawning. That's interesting. Why is that not above? Oh, I guess I just wasn't far enough away.
I'll have to drunk enough. My head's spinning.
Take the hooch.
Yep, so there's nobody to talk to, there's nothing more to do. I want to apologize a little bit for this episode. I did not realize for a second that we were going to spend the entire episode with just things staying in the inventory. We'll equip that for the fight. And it's been a real long time. Really, really long time. We've equipped ourselves as good as I think we can. As far as alchemy, I don't think we ever had enough ingredients to make the things we wanted, and we've already sold a bunch. Apparently I can craft some more of those things. This is a new sword, apparently, that I guess he's not powerful enough to craft it yet. The ironsmith, the blacksmith we have in this village, so we'll have to wait till next village. Secondary quests. Let's look at our quest. Missing in actions. We're trying to find Dune Vilden. No, so there is something weird about the secondary quests. We really don't know. We didn't find the precious cargo. We didn't get the whole collection of Gwent cards, so we'll have to do that later. Turned out Geralt was not on search for Rydo, but lost them, and the Witcher also found the notes of a peasant who was seeking his brother. The brother left home to take our bombs. Forces in the north and the Black Ones have clashed over great battles near Selma. The peasant has not heard from him since. So we haven't gotten those done. Interesting. And this is the next part of this quest.
The Gran told me about Smithwood. Lad went missing one day.
I'm not gonna end right now because of this quest here. We didn't find that, and we didn't find the we could go to the place of power. We didn't find. I think we need to go to this home. Yeah, let's quick move. Let's see. Let's run to the sign and fast travel. You're trying to call it quick travel. Fast travel to the crossroads. Alright, that works. So if I'm running and I call my horse, will the horse run after me? Yes, he will. But he's not very fast. He's still behind me. He slowed down when I slowed down. We need to use our Witcher senses towards this house, I believe.
But there is more. My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista bolts landing all around, and all he could say was, A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield. Now shit, that is an order. Can you believe it? The cretin.
Stop! You're killing me. My ribs. It hurts to laugh.
That needs a tourniquet. But first, want to explain what's going on here?
We fought in that battle. Huge it was, you heard. They had me killing in Temeria's name, and roasting in Nilfgaard's. Ordered to slay each other. We decided to run away. Listen, I can't walk, and Rosin they'll hang for desertion if he happens on any of his own. Would you find my brother? Tell him I'm alive. His name's Dune. He might have a dog with him, Hussar. Please. We'll die if we don't help us.
See what I can do.
Sweet. So, this points out a interesting thing, and it also extends this episode a little longer. Because I do want to actually, I'm just gonna fast travel to this one. It gives us some more things to do, but it also points out how this whole quest system really works and how it kind of doesn't work, because tell Dune his brother is alive. So we have to find Dune now. I'm gonna try and knock out both of these quests at the same time. So only by going into the secondary quest and reading that to the point where I saw that that house was there, was I given any indication that that's what I was supposed to do. I am going the wrong direction. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm running, following the white line, but the white line is not pointing me towards the green thing, it's pointing me towards the quests. Might as well pick up some things as we run through the forest. After the brutal tradesmanship we just suffered, but from the shops, it does seem very necessary to collect items. It seems like if you want to get that slight edge above
yeah.
If you're gonna want to get a slight edge over anyone, well, there is a guy over here too. I've forgotten. There's a, I believe, blacksmith up there, which means there's another guy I could probably trade with if I had more gold. I think we're gonna have to forego all that though, and just, let's see. I want to be real careful here. And let's go ahead and make a save. I want to avoid any toxicness. Until I can absolutely have to get. We're looking for a little box. kinds of little things that the Witcher sense is showing me. What's that showing me? Oh, it's bees. Oh, you're supposed to get the bees. Should they hit them? Get some bread for that. There's drowners around this area. Do I already have the item? Is that what this is? If I did, it would be in the quest items, wouldn't it? Precious cargo. Use your witch's senses to find the cart where the cart left the road. Find the little box the merchant mentioned using your witcher's senses. Oh, this has nothing to do with this location. It has nothing to do with that at all. Let's see. That guy gave us a quest. Right. About here. And so let's run back to that location. Probably just restore. But why not? Why not just run? Just gonna run in our Witcher sense mode. So we are looking and running on this road for where the cart left. And we're looking for like tire tracks. And I'm pretty sure it's this road. Here we go.
Cart tracks. Rode off into the swamp.
Find a little thing. And now that I've been able to track this quest, I can work my way into this section. But I want to be careful. I want to be careful for several reasons. One, that there's definitely trouble up ahead. And two, I don't want to fight it. Beehive. Looks like the cart is right here.
Here's the cart.
Good. So the cart we saw in the other section had nothing to do with it. And we got some arrows.
Cart's riddled with arrows. Interesting. I should take a look around. An arrow. Didn't mention this. Square in the neck. Good shot. Either the merchant's got serious memory problems, or he's lying.
Still looking for the little box. Do I loot this guy? Seems like the merchant was the shooter. Okay, here's something. I like how...
Must be that box he mentioned.
I like how the
Splattered
red
with blood. Human
and
blood.
gold. Let's return the box to the merchant. And go investigate. So, yeah, real confused there on that quest. I thought it was one of those random locations on the map, if we'll just point out. The quest had us right here, which has nothing marked. I thought that for sure he was talking about this guarded treasure, which had nothing to do with it. And that's why I already cleared that area. This guy's lying. I don't like people that lie to me.
Oh, and you find the box?
So I could give it to him, or seen through your lies.
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver, with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hack to use a bow. So lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding, like a liar's. Best hope you're a better rider than you are a liar.
Is he gonna hop a horse and try and run? Are we gonna have a chase scene? Now if I did edit, I would...
Faster.
If I was gonna edit, I would edit all that trading and stuff away. So what am I trying to do? Hit him with the sword? What am I supposed to... I guess I am.
Everything's gonna be fine.
He's getting away.
Gotta get him out of here. Wake up. See? Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback. Now who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Gilmer, Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods. That was a medical transport. I'd be damned if it reached the Black Ones. And the medicine, our lads could use it too. We've many ill among us. You let me go, and they might live, and fight once more for a free North.
Let's see. This guy lied to me. The Nilfgaardians will certainly kill him. If I let him go and have the medicine, I might be saving some lives, but at what cost? Only the cost of other lives. Temeria has fallen at this point. I think I have to back the Nilfgaardians. They're going to create peace by force alone. And I think I have to be part of that force.
I'm taking you to the Nilfgaardians. You're a murderer, not a soldier.
And you're a traitor. There's a scaffold out there with your name on it.
Hey, soldier. Waiting on a late transport by any chance?
What? Yes. Corporal Lifnitz set out to command headquarters for medicine. He has yet to return, though he was due back several days ago.
Medicine's here, in this box. And this is a 3-in-1. Liar, thief, and your corporal's murderer.
Plow yourself, mutant.
Captain Peter will see to him. And you, Nordling, deserve our thanks. The medication will not save our men's lives, but it will ease their dying.
Okay. Your soldier, what's their ailments?
Your soldier's falling sick? What with?
I do not know. I do not ask. Those who take an interest are usually sent straight to the front.
Gotta say, I was kind of counting on a tangible token of gratitude. A golden, clinky one, in fact.
I thought you acted from conviction, not greed. But if that is not the case, here. So you'll remember and tell others that Nilfgaard is generous with those who serve it willingly.
Experience points and 30 crowns. Not a lot. Really not a lot of crowns for that side quest. And just take them over here.
Oh.
Lock them. I don't know if I made the right choice there. I'm falling heavy into the Nilfgaardian people. Let's go see what the blacksmith can do for us. It would be foolish not to check. Yes, this is the proper way to go up.
Is it true?
I hate when they put stairs and stuff in games because, particularly, this is one thing I will agree with other reviewers on The Witcher 3. Is that he does kind of stop and slide around on the ground. Look where, when I release the controller, he slides like another foot up, which is a little weird. And it makes for a very awkward way of...
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novigrad.
I'm looking for the blacksmith. I think I missed him. Let's talk to the craftsman. Can craft a variety of armors. Let's see.
Password.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Morale holding up around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a spy after all. Or one to stir trouble.
Neither. Just curious.
Right. Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied army. Incidentally, did you wish to buy something?
Let me see what you got.
Show me what you're peddling.
I have practically no money. I could get a couple more diagrams, and I think having diagrams would be helpful at some point in the future. Let's see. This would be better, but it's 250 crowns. And as far as crafting, can he craft anything that I am missing? Or anything more than what the other guy can craft? This is craftable for 4. I could make this cutlass and then potentially sell it. See, it says over there, blacksmith 690 crowns. Huh. This would be a slightly stronger sword, but it wouldn't have any increased armor piercing or anything. And dismantle, he could dismantle things just the same way as anything else. Back out, back out.
So long.
Use that, why not?
Lordling?
You know, it does occur to me that I could just kill every single person here and then loot to my heart's desire. That might be the way to make it rich in The Witcher 3. Is just find a small town, probably this first area, and see if there's any
barbarians.
Well, these are guys doing push-ups.
I have my eye on you, Nordling.
You got your eye on me when you're doing push-ups and looking at the ground? That'd be pretty amazing. But yeah, I could imagine that if you just did something completely evil and managed to kill everybody in the place, which probably can't do. Yeah, I probably should have fast traveled. Yeah, I need to fast travel. Takes too long. It would be so much quicker to just fast travel. But I did want to look around this area and see if there was anything I was missing. Doesn't look like I really am. Oh, there's a fast travel sign. This episode has been slow. Even though we've picked up here in the later half, it's definitely been slow. And this game is gonna be, at parts, just slow. It's like a horse. Cow. So if I go over here to a cow, can I get cow's milk. Gather ingredients. No, I don't think I can. So the Witcher may be adept at many things, but milking a cow does not seem to be one of them. We're looking for the brother with the dog on this quest. Let's see. Trying to finish the secondary quest. Let's see. Track quest. He is there. How far is he there? That direction. He's way over there. Well, that's right next to fast travel. Good. So if we track these side quests, it's not a problem.
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novigrad.
Even knowing and having to go through the menus, there's so much in this game, but the layout needs another iteration. That's true for The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2 too, was that they fixed it and got better. Burying the bodies of hanged deserters and rebels is hereby strictly forbidden. Anyone caught trying to cut down hanging corpses will be summarily executed. That sucks. All these guys are just around this fire. It's not even lit. There you go, people. Let me help you.
Well,
Saw her in the tavern. I don't think I've really dealt with this village. Doesn't seem like there's too much up there.
We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Here he is. We haven't even met him. We're seeing him talk all the way over there.
You Dune? And let me guess, this is Czar?
Yes? What is it?
I found Bastion. He survived the battle, hid in a ruined hut in a forest near the battlefield.
I can't believe it. I was sure I'd never see him again. Gods be praised.
Yeah, Nilfgaardians too. Or at least one of them. Farewell.
25 experience points. Quest completed.
Stop whimpering, Hussar. We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
So that's all the secondary quests. I mean, I could track this quest, but how? How do you complete your collection of the Gwent cards? Is it gonna point me to the next place I can find the Gwent card? Or buy one? Nope. It's not pointing anywhere on this map, which obviously. So that is this area. If we track this quest, the lilac and gooseberries, that's not going to point us anywhere either, I bet. Nope, because that one's on hold until we kill the griffin. So that's every single quest in the first area. The kiddie pool, from what I hear. Let's see. Oh, we didn't do this one. Or this one. Wow. Okay. This is gonna be the end of this episode. Next episode is gonna be pretty action filled, because I've just figured out how to find more things to do we've spent a lot of, I'd say about half this episode, just uh, shopping, just accomplishing close to nothing, trying to get our armor up. It's worth looking at our armor. That we're not doing bad. We have 29 to 35 damage on the Witcher Blade, 81 to 99 damage on the Silver Blade, 42 armor, 4 armor, 8 boots, 8 armor on this. Still don't have a crossbow bolt. And that's about it. I don't know why I'm continuing to stall here. This has been a real long episode. Thank you for sticking through it. Next episode's going to be very action-packed if I have anything to say about it. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. I, in the past, would play the games offline for parts that I didn't feel like recording, or I felt might be slow and dragged. If you really want that, put it down as the comments. I am not leaning towards doing that in The Witcher, though. It just doesn't seem like that would be a fair presentation of the game if I edit out all the parts where I sit there and think about trades and sell and buy, and the scenes would skip around quite a lot. Right now, the only thing I'm editing out is the any sex scenes, which we haven't run into any yet, and I have to do that for YouTube. Sorry. Comment, watch, like, and then I also ask you to watch every second of my videos, even when they're long like this. It's helpful. It helps me. If you want to support me, which would be greatly appreciated, click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. And if you want to friend or follow me on practically any social media site, I have links down below in the description. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for sticking through with it. Have a good evening.